Tell me the backstory about the judge asking you to write a rap about crime don't pay.
Okay, yeah. So man, so I'm doing a concert in Ohio. It's a story to this, it's a story to everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make
Yeah,
it
take me
short as
through that,
possible.
yo.
So it's a concert in Ohio. Got this promoter. He like, hey man, I want you to meet my little brother, he your biggest fan. So we going to the mall. We going to a mall to go get some shoes and jackets or whatever. It's Ohio, it's snowing, so we getting Pelly jackets. These jackets like $600-700 jackets. You know what I'm saying? We don't know nothing about that shit. We from Cali. You know what I'm saying? So we in there shopping, you know what I'm saying? His brother come, boom. He like, hey man, y'all got some good weed, man. I want y'all to give y'all some weed to smoke. So we shop, we go to the car, get in my car. He hand me some weed. I'm like, oh. I'm like, nah, I don't really smoke. I don't smoke this kind of weed, homie. It's some straight boot. It's some straight Reggie, right? It's some straight Reggie,
Right.
right? So I'm like, nah, I don't smoke this right here. So I give it back to him. So we get out the car, whatever. We go back to the hotel. So they're like, well, man, let's go to a club so everybody can see you here because the concert is tomorrow. So they had this club that was cracking that night when I got there. So we like, fuck it, let's go. So we shoot to the club. I get to the club, go to the door. They got a bouncer at the door waving a beam, waving his thing, right? So I get to the door and I see they finna try to frisk me. So I said, no, I'm not going in there because I have my pistol on me. So I go back to the car. I sit back in the car. Then they come to my car. Like, man, come on, man, don't trip. You don't gotta bring it in there, you know what I mean? It's like leave it in the car. I'll give you one when you get in the club, right? So that's what the promoter tell me. So I put my pistol up and I go back inside the club. So we in there chilling, and it's his brother that got in my car earlier, right? He like, man, take me to get some blunts. We had been in there for a minute, everybody was cool. It was cool. I wasn't tripping. So he like, hey, it's a gas station around the corner. Take me to get some cigars. So I had gave my keys to my partner, so I get my keys back. Like, man, I'm gonna take it around the corner. By the time I get around the corner, it's police sitting everywhere. Like they just out. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn. They pass us up. We get to the gas station, and they surround us. Pull me out the car. Pull him out the car, and pull a pound of weed out of my back seat. Right. So this dude that got in my back seat that gave me the weed, he had a whole pound on him. So he took some weed out of his pound and left the rest in my car. You know what I'm saying? Like he left that whole
Oh,
pound in the back seat. So they pulled a pound of weed out. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? And then they pulled the guns out. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm in jail for 2 guns and a pound of weed. Plus, I'm on the run from California already on a joint suspension. So I wind up going back to California, fight. I say, fuck it, I ain't gonna. I waive time and go back to California. And the judge that I had there, it was all white, man. I'm telling you, it was all white, man. It was fucked up. It was just me and a black lawyer in that motherfucker, right? They talking about give me 15 years for these 2 guns. So he said, hey man, go back to California. You got to do 2-3 years back there. So why don't you go do your time there? By the time you come out, hopefully this old ass judge is dead, right? And we get somebody
right.
else. This was the lawyer tell me, right? Hopefully this motherfucker get old and
Uh,
pass off, and we can find somebody else. So I get out. I do about a year probation. I'm out for about a year, and they call me in the court. And the lawyer tell me, say, man, I got some good news, some bad news. He say, man, the good news is the judge ain't around no more, right? He say, but the bad news is we got a new judge, and she say you got to come to court with a rap about crime don't pay, and she give you probation, right? This was a black judge, you know what I'm saying?
right.
So it's in Ohio. I'm coming way from California with this shit. She showing me love like that though. You know what I'm saying? So I wind up going in there. I was up all night trying to write this rap about crime don't pay though. You know what I'm saying? Like try to write a rap about crime don't pay. So we finally get it together, and I get in the courtroom, and I had to rap in my hat. I remember I had to rap inside my hat for some reason. And before we came in there, we see all these camera crew running in there. We think it's somebody in there got a murder case or something. You feel me? So we come in there, they call my name up. It's MTV. They got all these cameras and mics up, pointing everywhere in front of me and shit. You know what I'm saying? So she look at me like, all right, go ahead and sing your rap. And that's how I got out of that goddamn. That's how I got out of that time right there. Straight up, gave me a year probation.